Good. We broke the Fell Dragon shard. I only hope the old me is going to be okay.
We were able to provide some healing. The old you will awaken soon.
That's a relief.
The old you saw us in the past, though. Do you think that's going to cause any problems?
It should be fine. I do forget everything. Eventually.
Oh, that's right.
It seems we finished just in time.
I guess this is goodbye to the past. The land around us is starting to change. Now we'll really never see Zephyr again.
But thanks to her help, we can keep fighting. And we will. She sacrificed her life to help us get here. We have to go on and stop Sombron.
You're right.
Goodbye, my old self. When you begin your journey someday, I hope your travels are as wonderful as mine.
What a pointless little plot thing.
You said these invaders were right here, and yet they are not.
That is very odd. Perhaps the battle moved elsewhere.
I sensed an unexpected emblem, and wanted to see it for myself. But I sense nothing now.
I'm surprised you came, my lord. It's been some time since you ventured outside.
I had to be certain, though I know that emblem no longer exists. I will go back to the temple. After the battle concludes, my child will return with news.
Your children are endlessly impressive. What I wouldn't do to have such loyal subordinates.
If you require some of those, then just do what I do. Make children.
Make children of my own.
You can just do that?
Family is function and utility. You put blood in, you get loyalty out. My children owe me their lives, their love, their absolute dedication.
Family. What a revelation. I would like to make one of these children. With you.
You have a child with me.
Please, Lord Sombron.
Now is not the time. But I will consider it after the war, after my ambitions are served.
I understand, my lord. I swear to help you achieve your ambitions.
I expect your utmost.
Anyway, as I was saying before that, what a weird plot.
A child. How intriguing.
What a weird plot point with the whole past Alir thing that came out of nowhere and probably doesn't amount to much.
What would that be like? To possess fully through such unconditional love? How did my mother and father regard me? With this love? Oh, if only I could travel to the past. A foolish, impossible thought. Now perhaps I should find Lord Sombron's child. What was that one called?
So you said travel to the past. Are you not the Zephyr of like 1,000 years? Or I guess you want to go, I guess to you it's like the past. This makes no sense.
Oh, why bother? He disposes of them all. One must never ever grow attached. That would just make me sad.
Man, this game thought like, oh, our story, or can these cutscenes end?
You there? Are you all right? Oh, thank goodness. I found you lying here. I was afraid you might have been dead. But what a relief. You were just in a terrible daze.
Was that a dream?
A dream?
I met someone who had my face, but who also looked like you. Your blue hair and blue eyes are beautiful. The one with my face had that too.
That sounds like a lovely dream. Say, it's chilly out here. I'd hate for you to catch a cold. Let's get you somewhere nice and warm. Do you think you can stand?
Thank you. This is the first time for this. For me. You're being... kind.
Really? I'm sorry to hear that. What is your name, child?
Oh, my name. Mother told me, this was before she died, that Father called me that name. Just once. What is your name?
I'm Lumera.
I know that name. It's the name of the last divine dragon still alive. The name of Father's enemy. If you are the divine dragon, then I have to kill you. If I don't, Father will call me a defect and you were kind to me. I don't want to kill you. I am thinking a thought that doesn't belong. I guess I am what I am. A defect. Defect. Defect.
Don't say that. There's nothing defective about you.
But I must do my duty, or else Father will dispose of me. He'll feed me to the corrupted. That scares me more than anything. I want to live, to see tomorrow, and the day after that.
Then let's keep today between us. I don't want you to die. How about this? Let's meet again soon for a nice, long, kind talk. No one needs to know. What do you say? Pinky promise.
All right.
Who cares? What is the point of any of this?
We made it back.
To think, we actually met Zephyr and you in the past. It was, I have to admit, chilling.
It was also nonsense.
The barrier is weaker than before. It worked. Now we just need to break the last shard.
Let's demolish that thing! Where's it at?
One moment. Let's see.
What's wrong? You look worried.
Oh, it's... nothing.
Don't tell me. We gotta go to some other weird place.
No. It's right here in Gradlon. But...
Yes?
sorry. I'm a little tired. Could I please be alone for a bit?
We've pushed you so hard, relying on your power to detect the shards. Please, take the time you need. We can delay a little bit longer.
Thank you. We'll be able to break the last shard. I know we will. How can I tell them who's there guarding it? Or why I'm able to sense what's there?
I went through the whole game being like, oh yeah, gather the emblem rings. It was an interesting premise at first, and it's like, oh yeah, get all the emblem rings, find them all, and then like, oh, the Hounds and Vale want to take the emblem rings, Sombrum wants the emblem rings, stuff like that. A whole lot of nothing. And then this very end of the game just has a bunch of nonsense like time travel for some reason. After I fight side by side with someone, I find myself seeking them out in Somnial.
You're just about the strongest person I know, Marth. How can I be more like you?
You can accomplish great things if you let your bonds with your friends become your strength.
They actually like fleshed out the bond between Alear and Marth. Man, would that have been an interesting plot point or something. Just the emblem rings feel so, other than being the gameplay gimmick and fan service, they feel so wasted.
Welcome.
They could have done so much more with them. Why are there no physics? I need physic. Also, warps and rescues. I bought some already.
Do come again.
I guess I should go to that well, maybe, because you could sometimes get items there. I'm most likely gonna record the end of this game. Probably. I'm probably gonna do chapter 25 right now, and I'll record Celica's Paralogue and the final chapter. Is probably what I'm gonna do. Just because, like, you know, it's easier for me. I'm gonna be busy enough as is. I'm not even gonna be able to stream next Friday, probably, and Friday's normally Engage Day, so it'd be, like, a long wait. I have a backlog on YouTube. Chat activity isn't very high, so, like, I don't think anyone actually cares if I do that. So that's most likely what's gonna happen. Because I'm not going for, like, a 6-hour stream today. I have things to do. And I don't want to be like, screw Celica's Paralogue just for time's sake. I do still want to do it. So that's what's going to go down. I mean, the reason I started Sky 3 before finishing Fire Emblem Engage is because Engage was starting to lose my interest. So people like, oh, Nova, you did start more than you can handle. The only reason I like started to play this game more slowly is because it started to lose me with everything that wasn't gameplay and supports. Which is exactly why I just started Sky 3.
I wouldn't have guessed it by your usual cheer, but you're quite cool and calculating in battle.
What, me? Nah. That imagination's gotta be what makes you such a clever fighter, though.
Before I was like, the story is just like not even there. Now I'm just like, this endgame's nonsense. And it would be fine if the characters were interesting in the story, but the characters don't do anything in this story. Like, even Alear is not an interesting protagonist in my mind. Alear's just who cares. He's not even bad, I just don't care about Alear, and the other characters just don't really do all that much in the overall narrative.
Erica? Who is that beautiful man who shows up sometimes and looks just like you?
That's my twin brother, Ephraim. Sorry if he surprised you, but he's impressed with you too.
Let's go Inheritance. Like, you all know me, I don't need super deep stories. Like, the story in this game was just nothing, but the characters can't even lift the story for me because the characters aren't really utilized all that well in the story. So
I'm not the sort to worry about acting all prince-like. That's not my thing. Being me is my thing.
Well, you have a lot of personality. I like it. It's far better than having too little personality.
like, the only time the characters are actually, like, decent, I still wouldn't put them, like, amazing, but the only time they're actually, like, decent is in supports. Which, as great as supports are, they're not the main story.
I have little doubt your father would rejoice to see what a fine royal you have grown into.
I work hard in honor of his memory. Even after the war, my nation will need careful tending.
So, you know, the characters in the story don't even do much to make me care. So, when the story and the characters are both like, oh, I don't care about either of them, then how can I care about the game? It's really hard to care about what's happening in that regard. Literally, the gameplay is the only thing that has been very fun. And even then, you kind of see all the gameplay like 30 hours in, and the part when you don't have like any emblem rings is boring. So, because they're like, oh, you have the emblem rings, they get taken away, you have to slowly get them back, and, you know. But of all the things, the gameplay is the only thing that actually manages to be good, I guess. Or the only, like, reason in my eyes you should, like, play this game. The only reason that makes it worth it is the gameplay. We're just getting cantered with as many units as possible. Also, there's just a lot of... It's a lot of micromanaging everything also gets very boring very fast. It's just a lot to do. And the game is already plenty long, and it just never knows when to end. Which, I mean, you don't have to go deep into mechanics, but you kind of should. That's like the whole point. The engage mechanic is really cool. Alright. That should be more or less fine. So, if the characters were better utilized in the story, I'd be like, yeah, the story's, like, not amazing, but at least the characters are interesting. But they're really not. The best character moments are in supports, and even then, they're not all that. But anyway, I'm gonna do chapter 25. And see... We're gonna do chapter 25. I'm gonna end my stream, and I'm most likely just gonna record the rest of the game, because... Mostly for the reasons that I'm busy and Twitch activity isn't super high. Like, chat interaction isn't much, so I'm like, is it really gonna matter if I record the rest of it? It won't. I don't like to bring lack of chat activity into the equation, but if I'm, like, ready to be done with the game and there isn't much, I can use it as a good excuse. But also, like I said, I'm gonna be busy next week. Like, next week is when my super busy schedule starts. Plus, it'll help my backlog catch up. I have a huge backlog for Engage. Chapter 25, The Final Guardian.
So, the last Fell Dragon shard is here, in Gradlon Temple?
Yes.
What's wrong, Vale? You don't look well. Did you need more time to rest?
No, it's not that. But I have a request. Please let me go in alone. I'll destroy the shard and come right back.
What? I can't let you do that. It's too dangerous.
Trust me, you won't want to face what's ahead. It's best that you and our friends stay here. Brother, let me spare you from this.
From what? I don't understand.
Is that you? It is you, isn't it?
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. So we got more attempts at emotional impact, but it's not going to have any effect on me.
Mother?
Oh, my dear child. How I've longed to see you again. When I sensed you, I flew here as fast as my wings would carry me.
It can't be. How?
I've missed you so much.
Don't come any closer, Divine Dragon. Or rather, corrupted Lumera.
Just when I finally had a moment with my child.
I didn't expect this. I thought she would stay inside with the shard.
Vale, did you do this?
No, it was Papa. The rings gave him the power to create more elaborate corrupted. He took her body from Lethos as one last line of defense for the shards.
You knew, didn't you? You knew this had happened to Mother.
I did. I also knew that we couldn't help her. The emblems have used their miracle. They could revive one person and they chose you. There's no other way to save someone who has been corrupted.
You're saying that there's no choice. We have to face her.
You don't have to do anything, brother. Leave this to me.
But...
It's chilly out here. Why not come inside? You want to break the shard, don't you? Oh, don't worry. I won't bite. I just want to have a nice, long chat.
Mother...
I can scarcely believe it. Queen Lumera in the flesh. What should we do?
We have to defeat her. There's no other way, but... I don't know how I'll summon the strength.
I feel conflicted myself. She was my deity. Now I have to fight her?
Yeah. Sol's people aren't super religious, but we loved Queen Lumera too.
We can't falter. If we do, that's it. The world is doomed. Let's go. The door. It won't open.
Let me take a look. A spell has been cast on it from inside. Curious. She invited us in.
Wait. Where is Lady Vale? She didn't go inside, did she?
What? No! She can't go in there all alone! Vale! Open the door!